Lads, today we're going to do some stone gathering in a tier 4 blue zone. I've got tier 8 gathering gear, 24 tier 2 journals to fill. There's only 5 people, including myself, in this zone. So let's get started. Let's see how much silver we can earn. This is after a bot wave ban, which I'm also playing on West, so there's less bots anyway. I know East, you guys, have way more bots still, but it is pretty crazy because this is a weekend, and it's not exactly prime time anymore for the game, but it's still, there should still be more players than just 5 in this zone. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to prioritize tier 2 and tier 3 resources because those are worth way more silver than tier 4. Tier 4 stone is rarely used, and in the future, apparently it's going to, there's going to be some changes to the game's economy. I don't know, something with castle raiding or possibly with new weapon lines that will change the stone economy. So that means if tier 4 stone rises, then the price of tier 2 and tier 3 will have to rise in conjunction. But for now, we're just going to do 30 minutes of mining stone, and this is a high yield zone. Also, there's a lot of bosses around, which there's no one killing these things. These are actually really good fame farms. Even though it's a tier 4 zone, they're still really good fame farms, and the reason why is, well, you can kill them super quick, and bosses, they give a lot of fame. There was a couple blue zones that I rode past to get here, and I saw like 3 or 4 spiked bosses, and at least 10 to 15 of the ones with the circle underneath them. It's insane. There's just so many bosses up and alive in the game right now. And I don't know if that's because people aren't playing the game, or if people just don't go to blue zones anymore. I'm not sure what's going on, but, I thought about it. I can make another video where I come back here with, like, a bolt caster set and just one-shot every boss and get tons and tons of fame. It's like a burst of fame, because the bosses won't respawn for a while. But today we're doing some gathering. We're gonna grab us some stone here. We're just gonna follow like a little route that I normally have for this zone. And like I said, this is a high yield zone. You can see that there's the stone up there. That's where all the tier 4 stone is. And I might go up there, take a peek. And normally I wouldn't mind tier 4 stone, but I'm tier 8. It takes only a second for me to mine. But there's also a chance for the tome drops, because when you're mining tier 2 and tier 3, you don't get tome drops, only from tier 4 and above. So, and while the silver is like 1/3 of what you normally get from the tier 2 and 3, if you get a tome drop, that's 100k, that's 80k, that's 150k. It really depends on the market at the time. I haven't checked the tome prices in a while, because I haven't honestly gathered in a while. And also, lots of enchanted mobs too. Those are pretty good for fame. And, because I'm wearing a gathering set, I'm not going to bother killing these things. I don't really need the fame. I have over 120 million combat fame credits in the bank. I'm just waiting on new weapons to come out, man. I'm just waiting on new stuff to be released. SBI has promised a new weapon line months ago. They promised stone to be fixed in the economy months ago, and, well, it's July. It is definitely July now, and that is the anniversary month. It's like July 7th or 14th, I forget, is the game's anniversary, so there'll be a fame week. There'll be a little special anniversary event where you kill stone statues or go into an anniversary dungeon. Maybe they'll do something different this year. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll find out. And yeah, we're just gonna continue mining some stone. Look, another boss! Dude, I need to come back and clean out all these bosses, man. It's too good to pass up. I mean, screw making silver. Let's make some fame off these dudes. And they drop a lot of loot, too, They can drop up to tier 6 loot, man. So, well, I feel like I'm missing out now, not killing all the bosses. Boy, what time is it? It's 2100 UTC? Is that like... I'm normally asleep at this hour. I gotta start playing on 2100 UTC. Alright, there's our first tier 4 node. Let's hit it. Let's get it. Now, I will also say another reason why I would mine the tier 4, especially the enchanted ones, is these will fill the journals so much faster. And, filled journals, they're pretty damn good for money, alright? And maybe not if you don't have islands, okay? Like, selling a tier 2 stone journal right now, no one's buying them. But if you have tons and tons of islands and lots of laborers, and it's just free money. You put the laborers out, you wait a day so that their happiness fills up. You give them all the journals, And then you collect your reward, and there you go. I also brought other tools with me in case I wanted to mine some metal or you know, chop some trees. There we go, we got our daily done already, that's cool. That only took, how long did that took 5 minutes of gathering. That's not bad, that's pretty good. Let's see now. Go over this way. How many journals have we filled in 5 minutes? 7. So I didn't bring enough journals. I only brought 24 with me. But, you know, so you really want to bring as much journals as you can fill. Normally it's like 48 or 60 something. I don't remember exactly how many. But I brought 24 just for the video because that's how much a tier 2 guild island can do in a day, can process in one day. So I figure that's fair. Also, rough stone, you know, rough stone's pretty good. How much is it right now? I haven't checked in a while. It's 100 each, so that's really nice. So I'm going to absolutely pick that up, especially since I have stone cutting gear on. And for those that don't realize, I don't have premium active, so I am not making as much as I could be making right now. I do have the pork pie active. Alright, and that's the route. We did one full lap around the map here on the bottom. And so I'm just going to run down here and give it the old reset. Also, we can just kind of kill these. And that's why I'm using the spiked gauntlets, is it lets me one-shot everything in a big cone in front of me. Makes it real easy to kill golems, or just enemies in general. It's not too bad. Also, if I get into a self-defense situation, because I am faction flagged, I can run away using the gloves. The gloves are very mobile, so... Yeah, brawler gloves are more mobile, but, you know, just 2 out of 3 skills for mobility is more than enough for a... like one little ganker in a faction fight. Which, I haven't really seen Martlock roaming around, but you never know, they might show up. This map is currently owned by Martlock, and, yeah. So I'm also getting the faction bonus, 15% increased loot, and that's why we also faction flag up. And we're getting faction points. Another reason, that's extra bonus money. There's that boss again, no one's killed him yet. Oh, still only 5 people in the zone. How many of those are real people? I don't know. Let's go down here. See if going down here is better than going up there. Maybe, maybe not. You know, the nodes, they do kind of semi-randomize each day. So you have to run your route and then kind of alter it as you go. Here we are with more limestone, and I'll show how much we earned at the end. Once the pork pie runs out, we'll teleport home, and we'll see how much silver we earned. Again, this is just mining stone without premium. I'm gonna say 300k. I'm gonna go with it's you know, like 300-ish k. That's my guess. Because the economy is, you know, kind of down from all the damn bots, you know, flooding the market with cheap resources, which really sucks, but that's just what happens sometimes. But we're gonna go ahead and grab us some stone here. Punch that dude right in his stone legs, breaking them. How tragic. Good stuff. I wish someone would make a 3D Albion Online, and I know, like, there's MMORPGs and stuff being developed, but I just mean, just, like, think about it. Like, imagine if you're playing, like, a Rust server, but the graphics are, like think of that game like BattleBit Remastered. It's kind of like a Battlefield game. It looks like Roblox, it looks like Minecraft. Let's take those graphics, just screw it. Take the blocky graphics, I don't care, and make a 3D Albion Online. That would be pretty, I think that would be pretty good. I think people would play it. I would play it. I think it'd be neat. And then give it voice chat, you know, voice IP. What, right? VoIP? Yes, give it VoIP. Let me run up to people who are gathering and be like, hey man, what's going on, dude? And they could be like, screw you, Swole Benji, I hate you. Your video's lame, dude. Reddit told me that you're bad. Swole man bad. That's so funny. Oh, jeez, it's getting wild and wacky right now. Like, dude, every time okay, you know how you guys farm the Twitch skin drops? Like, you got to go to a random Twitch streamer and then AFK on their freaking stream so you can get some drops. Well, you know, I do that too, right? And it's so cringe because I'll click on someone's stream and I'll AFK on it, and occasionally I'll look over to see if I, you know, have loot ready to collect. Because if you it's like every 4 hours you get a skin, and if you don't collect it, you're not earning time towards the next loot crate, right? So you have to check back every 4 hours to see, you know, to collect the loot and then start the whole process over again. And you gotta do this like 8 times a week or something. I don't know, it's pretty brutal. And every single time, I'm not kidding, every single time I click on, you know, like to check a stream or whatever, they're always talking shit about me. I am way off on my my path, I think. I feel like I have not routed correctly here. Yeah, I have not routed correctly, so let's just go north and mess around up there. It's gonna mess up our silver per hour, but that's fine. I got a little distracted talking about this. So anyway, yeah, like... you know, I click on the stream, and then the chat's like, Swole Benji sucks, oh, Swole Benji bad. And then the streamer's like, oh, well, we don't talk about Swole Benji, he's controversial. Blah, 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 right? And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't say anything, of course. You know, I might hop on an alt account and say something. Oh, that's another thing, too. Because I've publicly mentioned that I have alt accounts that I, like, talk about myself on, every time anyone else now talks about me, they get called a Swole Benji alt. It's so funny. Like, I'll see people, actual real people that aren't me, that are like, so what do you think about Swole Benji? And then they're like, oh my god, Swole Benji, oh, get out of my chat, boo, banned. Ban them mods, get them. It's so funny, and even like SBI employees that'll sit on other people's streams, like the Albion TV twerps, right? They're like, yeah, he does it to my stream too. He goes to my stream and he won't shove about himself. And I'm like, no, I don't actually do that. I don't. Here's the thing. Once I've established that a streamer hates me, I don't watch them anymore. I don't look at their streams. I go find a new little home to nest in. And I thought I would be safe if I, like, joined one of those Korean streams or Spanish streams, or, you know, they don't speak English, and the whole chat's just speaking Spanish, whatever, Portuguese, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the language. But people still type Swole Benji in those, and then I'm like, ah, dang it. So what I have to do then, because I'm curious what they're saying, is I have to go get a translator, you know, copy-paste that into the translator, see if it's positive or negative, and it's usually negative, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just pack up and move somewhere else. It's so freaking silly, man. People, it's a freaking pixel video game. It's the freaking internet. Who cares, bro? There's now 10 people here. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder if they're here to gather, or if they are here to... Oh, 8 people. I want to see if they're here to maybe capture some points. Okay, those are all mined out. Yeah, see, coming up here is kind of a waste. You want to get those lower tier resources anyway. Like, oops, I'm running by them here. These are where the money's at. The limestone is huge money, and tier 3 is also decent right now. But it gets so tiresome, man. It's like, what am I really truly guilty of? Being a defender of freedom of speech? That's one thing that Reddit doesn't understand. They think, and this is their opinion, right, is if you are okay with freedom of speech, and I tell people this all the time, I will defend someone who stands on the street corner dressed as a German World War II military character. It doesn't matter what they say. I'm not defending what they're saying. Don't get me wrong on that, right? I'm not defending what they're saying at all. I am defending the fact that they are allowed to say it. That's what I'm defending. And people are like, well, that's racist. No, it's not. It's not racist. It is not hateful. It is freedom of speech. It must be respected, because here's the reason why, and people don't understand this, is if some entity out there does not allow you to say something, then eventually, as time passes, you will not be allowed to say a thing that you are passionate about, be it good or bad. Let's say, and I always use the example pineapple on pizza, right? Let's say you like pineapple on pizza, and someone in the government hates pineapple on pizza, so they say you are no longer allowed to like pineapple on pizza. You are no longer allowed to talk about pineapple on pizza. So there you are, on the street corner, dressed as a pizza man. Pizza Man bad, by the way. Pizza was, you know, there was like a pizza war in the 40s, and people don't like pizza men anymore. And you're all on the street corner and you're like, pizza, good. Pineapple on pizza, really good. And people just start punching you in the face because they don't agree with what you're saying. And then the cops come and they take you away because you talked about pizza. And more importantly, you talked about pineapple on pizza. So you're bad. You're really bad now. Well, guess what? You know, those people that were punching you in the face that are like, tacos good. You know, pizza bad, tacos good. You go to Reddit, everyone's praising tacos and hating on pizza. Well, sometime in the not too distant future, someone will have a taco fall on top of their head. They're going to hate tacos their whole life, and then they're going to get into a government position of power, and they're going to ban tacos. And so now, everyone is tacos bad. Pizza also bad. If you like tacos, you're like a guy that likes pizza. I'm sorry, but you're lumped in with them now, apparently. And eventually there'll be nothing left. No one can say anything. You have to eat your soy, your little, tofu blocks. You can eat your tofu, and you can eat your soy, and that's all you're allowed to talk about, and that's all you're allowed to eat. So, you have to defend freedom of speech, because if you don't, that is the future that you are headed towards. No matter what. Guaranteed. If you are not allowed to freely speak your mind about pizza and tacos, then someday you're not going to be able to speak your mind about ice cream or cereal. I hope you understand my analogy. So, when people are like, oh, Swole Benji bad, it's like, I am not bad. I don't believe in the things that those people say on the street corners. But I will believe in their right to say it, okay? It's that simple. But people don't get that, and people, take it the wrong way, and here's the thing, right? Like, another thing is like, oh, he's super political. I'm a troll. So, of course, if I'm going to troll people, I will pick a side, alright? Here's a troll that I've been really trying to learn really hard, and it's so hard to learn because it's so ridiculous. But, Flat Earth, okay, like, yeah, I'm sure you've seen at some point in your internet life, on a message board, or even Reddit, 4chan, etc., people that believe in Flat Earth. And for me, like, I see that it pisses people off to share that kind of belief with others, right? And so, instead of looking at Flat Earthers and be like, yeah, Earth's not flat, you're stupid, bye. I look at it with intrigue, I'm like, really? This pisses people off. How can I use this to have a funny time on the internet, right? So I look at the Flat Earther posts, and I'm like, okay, so they have this, they have these little image macros, and these little, oh, well, if it works like this on a round surface, why doesn't it work this way on the Earth, huh? And then their crazy beliefs, like with the firmament in the sky and stuff. I'm like, okay, I think I can kind of emulate this. And so I would go onto a forum or whatever, and I would, try to be the Flat Earther. If everyone is an anti-Flat Earther, then I'll be the Flat Earther, and they'll hate me for it, and I'll find it super humorous and funny. And at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if the Earth is flat or round. Who cares? It doesn't affect me. I'm not rich enough to give a damn. It does not affect my life. And that's how I feel with politics, okay? I am not in a monetary bracket where it matters who the world leaders are. To me, there is nothing I can do about that stuff. I shouldn't worry about it or stress about it. But there are grown-ass men out there that make 100 times the amount of money I make, okay? They're okay, for instance, like if I make $17K a year, which is that's actually kind of high, but $17,000 a year, right? Doing this YouTube shit. And they're out there making $250,000 with their little office job, and they're sitting there stressing and pooping their pants about who the president is and what he's saying on TV and policies that are being passed about crap that it doesn't matter to them. Then why are they stressing themselves out over this stuff? It doesn't matter. But me over here making my $17K, it extra doesn't matter. Nothing that the presidents do, nothing that world leaders do affects me in any way. Alright, so obviously, yeah, if the government's like, hey, guess what? We're banning Albion Online, you can't play it anymore. Then I'll just, I don't know, go to I'll just find a workaround. I'll just move countries. Whatever. Stop stressing out about this stuff. It doesn't matter what some politician said on TV the other day. Here's the thing, right? I want to teach you guys just a little trick to not get so damn stressed out over stupid bullshit that doesn't matter. Whenever something happens and you start feeling slightly stressed about it, I want you to think to yourself, are you going to remember this stressful moment in 10 years? Think about that for a moment, okay? So, think about something that you remember that you hated, that was like a crappy day, like a really bad day. Are you going to remember it in 10 years? And if the answer is no, you're not going to remember it in 10 years, then don't worry about it. Don't get your panties in a bunch, bro. Like, come on. Just take it easy and just be like, whatever. It sucks that I stubbed my toe and it's bleeding a little bit and it really hurts. And I am in massive pain, but 10 years from now, I think the toe will be okay. I'm not going to remember stubbing my damn toe, right? Of course, if it's something you will remember in 10 years, then yeah, you have a right to be pissed off and upset and stressed out about it. For instance, like, here's a bad memory. Like, I remember, like, this is back when I worked in retail. I suddenly woke up several hours before work, and it felt like I had to take a big shit, or piss. It was like a pressure in my body, like in my lower back, or even in my gut, in my front gut, in my back. And so I would sit in the bathroom, and nothing was happening. No piss, no shit. I was like, well, what the fuck? And the pressure just kept building, and it was agonizing. And then at some point, I'm like, I can barely breathe. And the pain started getting really, really sharp, and I didn't know what was happening. So I go to my girlfriend, and I'm like, I can't even make out words at this point. My fingertips are turning blue, and I'm like on the ground gasping for air, and I can't even form a coherent sentence, apparently. I am just in so much pain and suffering. And so, you know, I get in her car, and she takes me to the hospital. Oh my god, the bill. But... oh, fuck that bill. But... it turns, like, and I'm sitting there in the hospital, and they're pumping me full of, you know, like, morphine, which is a pain reliever drug, and they've got me on the bed, they're running tests, they're running me through all these freaking scary machines, and I think I'm gonna die. I'm just laying there, like, saying my last, like, wishes, and telling the medical staff around me what's happening in my body. Or I'm trying to. From my perspective, I'm telling them, you know, stuff, but from their perspective, it's just a foaming mouth of pain and just, I can't get any words out. No one can understand what I'm saying, right? Like, like I would try to tell my girlfriend what I'm feeling or what's going on or ask her something, and she's just like, I don't understand what you're saying. And then at one point, like, I make the hand motions to, like, write down on a piece of paper, thinking that I can just, well, since people can't understand me for some reason, maybe I could just write it down. But, like, I'm in so much pain and suffering at the moment that when I try to write down anything, my hands are shaking so hard that it just comes out as scribbles that are unreadable. So, and my brain is like, what's going on? I can't communicate with anybody. I'm dying. This is it. It's over. Well, it wasn't over, obviously, you know? At least not in this dimension. So it turns out it was kidney stones. Yes, that's right. It was, and this happened, I don't know, maybe more than 10 years ago. Damn, man. But, like, that's something that you don't fucking forget, okay? When you're in the hospital dying of kidney stones. All right, that pain was the worst pain ever. And here's the thing about that. Like I try to make it positive, right? Well, what sucks is anytime I have abdominal or lower back pain, I'm just like, oh my god, is this kidney stones again? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. It's like a PTSD for kidney stones. So that's the bad part, right? But the good part is that when I suffer other types of pain, I'm like, well, this isn't as bad as kidney stones, you know, like. Say someone shanks me in the night, like I'm out, like at late night grocery shopping, and then some guy runs up and tries to rob me, and I fight back, and he manages to, you know, stab a pocket knife in my shoulder. It's like, ow, well that hurts, but it's not gonna kill me, and it doesn't hurt as bad as the kidney stones did. So, you know, it's not so bad, right? It's like the pain makes you stronger, right? It's kind of like you're leveling up your pain tolerance a little bit. So, that's a positive way to spin it, right? But these people that are, like, completely screaming at the top of their lungs at these, like, rallies, and they're, like, on the street corners crying, they're bawling their eyes out because Orange Man bad. It's just weird to me. It's like mental or something. I don't know. So... So when Redditors make entire posts about me, dude, there is one guy on Reddit right now. He's running around and he is making up all these little lies, and that's what happens, you know, when you become famous in video games or whatever, right? When you become a niche micro celebrity, is you're gonna have these weird stalkers that make up these stories about you. This guy, he's saying I have a huge criminal record and I do a lot of dirty things, and it's like, no, I don't know if he doxed the wrong guy. He thinks I shitpost in the chat with multiple alt accounts, which is not the case. You can clearly see, like, if he watched any of my videos, he would see those people posting and chatting How would I be playing the game and chatting at the same time? It makes no sense. But the point is that like these weirdos, these stalkers, they start making up stories to like fulfill their their derangement, right? Or maybe it's just fun to them. I don't know, to spread false rumors and shit. But this guy's saying I'm a deranged criminal and I do a lot of filthy, dirty things. And it's like, I have 0 criminal record. I've never had a ticket. I've been pulled over, but I've never gotten a ticket. I've never gotten arrested. I've never went to jail or anything. It's wild. I find it funny. I like, it's like, what did I do to this guy? Did I gank him in a yellow zone? And that's another thing. Dude, like, I go out and I try to make friends on Twitch. And so I ask on my alt account, what do you think about Soul Benji? And if they answer negatively and they're by themselves in a, in a zone that's near Bridge Watch, I go gank them, or attempt to. And apparently this pisses people off, having a little 3-minute sit down with their 4.1 set in the yellow zone. That 3 minutes of their life wasted, they dedicate multiple videos to it, and then they go and cry to other streamers, and then the streamers feel bad, and the streamers, they're part of the Swole Benji bad movement, so obviously they try to perpetrate that, in their streams. They watch the vids, and then they talk about it with their chat, and it's funny because you can look at Twitch VODs, and I look at the chat, and it's like, a lot of people are like, Swole Benji good, Swole Benji good, Swole Benji not bad. And then the streamer's like, nah, Swole Benji bad, and then they start banning people from their chat, and it's like, oh no. Oh man, it's funny. You go to these YouTube pages, you get the comments that are like, well, all the streamers that are hating Swole Benji in this, comment chain, unsubscribe. See you later. And they oh, it's so funny. Like, people get mad over the smallest things. I think it's hilarious. But like I told a funny joke in one of my Diablo 4 videos, and it really pissed one guy off. He got super pissed, and that's a hidden treasure, so I'm gonna smash that open real quick. And there we go, got the silver. But I tell a little, like, a harmless joke, and this guy leaves like paragraphs about why he's unsubbing. It's like, it's a freaking joke, bro. Like, calm down. I'm making fun of shitty game design. And the guy wasn't a game designer. He didn't have family or friends that worked for Blizzard or anything. But he's just like, oh, you can't, come on, don't make fun of game designers. And it's like, if they make a shitty game, then I will make fun of it. That's my right to do. That is, like, it's fine. Who cares? My opinion doesn't change things. My opinion isn't gonna make the game better. What is the dev watching my video and he starts like crying? He's like, oh my god, I made this game and then Swole Benji hates it. I'm so sad. Nah, bro. No one's gonna care in 10 years. But that's why I make, and that's another thing. That's why I make my videos. I make them so that 10 years from now, when I forget what travertine is, or how to mine, or how to make money in this game, and it'll still be going in 10 years. Let's be real. There's too much money for it not to be, right? Then I can be like, how do I play this game again? What happened? And then I can come back to it, man. Then, like, here's the thing. As a gamer who's, you live a while, you're gonna come back to old games. Like, I wish I could go back and play Age of Empires 2 like I did in my youth, right? I wish I was as good as I was back then, but I'm not. And I didn't make any guides. I didn't make any text guides. I made a few, like, build order guides on the internet back in the day, but those are lost to time. Imagine if I made video guides for that game, which wasn't a thing at the time, but whatever. Then, if I want to pick that game back up and go back to my tournament level, ability, I watch the videos, I practice a bit, and then I'm back. I don't have to relearn the whole damn game over again. And then some people are like, well, if you just make the videos for yourself, why do you have ads on your videos? And the answer is that even if you don't monetize a YouTube video, it still has ads on it now as of 2022, 2023. And here's the thing too, like, another bonus of being a YouTuber is maybe the ability to make friends. Maybe. It hasn't really exactly happened yet, but maybe one day it will. And so if you want to push your video out to more people, which gives you more chances to make friends, then you have to turn on that monetization, which for Albion, it's pennies. Like, if an Albion video gets 11,000 views, I make about $1. I'm lucky to make $1 on an Albion video, but if a Diablo 4 video gets 11,000 views, hell, that's like 10 to 20 bucks. That's not bad, actually. And the reason for that is the viewer base, because the people that watch my Albion videos, advertisers don't really care that much about, because they're from countries where they can't sell products, whereas Diablo 4 videos, the viewers are from the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, etc., which advertisers like, because those people in those countries tend to spend more money online. Okay, so that's 30 minutes of gathering. Oh, I actually got a tome. Nice. All right, so we're gonna use a Journey Back, and that's gonna cost us 57,000 rounded up. I'm gonna put a little text on the screen here. Just let's see. Journey Back is minus, how much did I say again? 57k? Yeah, 57k. Rounded up. I know it hurts back. It hurts our earnings, but that's fine. Let's put that on the screen. I forgot the K. There we go. 57k. Okay, now the repair bill is 40. We're gonna round that up too and make it 48k. Repair. And that is 48k. Now, how much? I didn't get enough action points to really buy anything. I mean, I could buy a heart with that. That would cover the repairs, but screw it. I don't really care to calculate that. At least not in today's video. So let's just take a quick look-see. Put these tools up. And there we go. So in 30 minutes, we earned 433,000. And so, earned 433k. And then, how much is this tome worth? That's 118k. Without the tome, that would be 310k, which, like I said, that's what I called it. I said we would make about 300k today in 30 minutes because stone, right? We obviously filled the journals. Now, here's the thing. The journal's worth, 24 filled journals is worth 30k about. But it's actually going to be worth more when I turn them into laborers. And so let's see the final earnings here. Okay, so we got 433k minus 48 minus 57, and that is 328k. So final profit 328k, which would be 650 an hour, sure, something like that. So there you go, guys. You know, that's some silver. You hung out with me while I gathered, so thank you so much for that. I'm just gonna look at all these filled journals. I'm lazy. Guys, I am so lazy. I need to get my ass to work and put all of these journals on laborers. And, yeah, I don't have enough laborers to do all of these in one day, obviously. Like, this would be like a day, that's a day, that's a day, that's... I have islands, but I only like to do guild islands. I don't want to use my normal islands, because that takes too long. So that would take 2 days. Alright, well, that's just one island there. That's going to be 2 to 3 days. I don't have 813 laborers at the ready for stone cutting. These are generalists, so I don't need to turn those in. And then the 2 woods here I can do in a day. That's fine. But there we go. That's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Swole Benji. I appreciate it. You know, come back again, hang out, you know, listen to me ramble about freedom of speech or whatever. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. That's the thing, right? I have like almost 600 videos now, man. Think of, oh, 600 videos. Jeez, that's a lot. But I would love to hear suggestions of what to do. And I know people are like, go to the Black Zone. And why? You have to tell me why and how. What you want to see. I want to see Swole Benji go into the roads. Okay, why and how? Go into the roads with what? A tier 8 set? You buying? You paying for it? I ain't paying for that. That's donating to someone else. And yes, I'm just going to quick sell all this because I don't give a damn about how much I'm actually getting. I'm just trying to empty my inventory here. But with that said, you can click the join button. It's right down below. It's $5 a month. It's like when you subscribe to someone on Twitch. But here on YouTube, you get access to private, more personal videos. And in July, there is a Fame Week. And I have a video that specifies exactly what you need to buy before Fame Week begins. And you could flip it for double the money. And especially because the bots are getting banned, it's going to probably be more than double the money. So go, you know, become a channel member, get access to those private, more personal videos, you know, advanced guides and whatnot. It's worth the $5, I think. If you can't spare $5, there's another way to get this information. You can join the Discord, and you can get this information completely free if you're in the Discord, but there is a catch. When you join the Discord, you have to pass a questionnaire to see if, you know, we can be friends, basically. Yeah, I'm weird. I know, whatever. And stone was only 50 today, not 100 like it said. Wow, really dropped the price there. But you can join the Discord and get all of that info for free without having to, you know, be a pay pig, I guess. I need to buy one more. Wow, okay. But with it's no longer available. No, I want my pork pies.
Made a profit?
But with that said, on the right side of your screen right now, there's a video, a clickable video on the right side of your screen. If you click it, next time you go gathering, you're going to find some of those tomes. If you don't click it, then you're never ever going to find a tome ever again.